Hopped off a messed up mattress, no time for arrest. F handcuffs. So it's basically a double meaning. Arrest as in getting arrested by the police. There's no time to be doing stuff that's gonna get me in trouble. So F handcuffs. No time for arrest as in no time for sleep. Yeah, I mean, that's why I say messed up mattress, because obviously I haven't been sleeping well. Yeah, I mean, for the mattress to be all crazy and messed up. That's why I say messed up mattress. What's going on, people? This is the one and only Sway, and check out my interview on ADTV is what it is. Peace.
Single.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the single.
Yeah.
It's released on the 2nd of
No.
No.
The single, let's just say the single was released in December because the date's changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the single was released in December.
Correct.
And it's featuring Mr Hudson.
Correct.
Name Charge.
Yeah.
How did the track actually come together?
Ah, man, that track has been a roller coaster, man. A good one, but it's been a roller coaster. I mean, we started that record maybe 2.5 years ago. We started as a totally different record, similar kind of vibe, different record. Then it just got really, really like drawn out with the amount of people that were involved in that record. So we just had to, like I say, it's so funny, not funny, but it's kind of like in the lyrics, I'm talking about not just the message I'm getting across, I'm talking about the making of the song.
Okay. In
the lyrics. The whole vibe of the song is all about starting from scratch and progressing and just making something better out of the situation. And so I had to go back to Hudson. Hudson had done it before, and I had to go back to him 2 years later and say, you know what, we've totally changed this song, totally changed the music and the direction of the record. Could you re-sing it or rewrite it? And we rewrote it, and it turned into Charge, which was great, man. But like I said, man, the opening lines of the songs is staring at a blank canvas behind closed doors, no cameras. So it's kind of like, it was bang after the whole Level Up hype. It's like kind of like, it's cool, like, and everybody around me was like, yeah, Level Up's great. I was like, okay, it's done now. Let's move on to something else, you know what I mean? And that was what that record was all about. It was about, let's start setting up for the album now, and that's the most important thing. It's not even just about Charge the single, it's about the overall picture, and that's what that track signifies.
Okay, well I do have a couple more quotes from Charge.
Go for it.
Hoping you can break them down for us.
Alright.
So you did just kidnap the first one.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So second, hopped off a messed up mattress.
Yeah.
No time for arrest, handcuffs.
Yeah. Hopped off a messed up mattress, no time for arrest. F handcuffs. So it's basically a double meaning. Arrest as in getting arrested by the police. There's no time to be doing stuff that's gonna get me in trouble. So F handcuffs. No time for arrest as in no time for sleep. Yeah, I mean, that's why I say messed up mattress, because obviously I haven't been sleeping well. Yeah, I mean, for the mattress to be all crazy and messed up. That's why I say messed up mattress. And what that is all about is sometimes, yeah, I mean, like, it's not just aimed at me, but we all have our lazy periods, and they always say that the laziest people end up doing the most work. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, like, you gotta get out of that situation. You gotta force yourself out of that situation. If you're procrastinating or you're not using your time wisely, then you're always gonna be in a situation where you're not sleeping well. You know what I mean? When I do a hard day's work, I sleep like a baby. You know what I mean? And I wake up early in the morning, I wake up ready to do it again. But when you're like, you know, lounging and not doing the right things, or not taking care of yourself in the way you should be, then you start feeling a bit lethargic, and you know what I mean? And so the opening line was like, there's no time for that. You know what I mean? Start over, press reset, and we're going all the way, no recess. So that's the following lines after that.
This year I'm gonna be a better me, and that's a letter to me. So it's a letter to myself.
Self forever me, yeah. Basically, that's it, you know. Yeah, it's self-explanatory, really. I mean, it's just talking about, you know what I mean, what can I do to improve myself? Like, you can't always, nobody's perfect. That's evident. You don't need to be perfect. It wasn't designed to be perfect. But, you know what I mean, there's always improvements that you can make. You know what I mean? And you've got to make those improvements. I know a lot of people will give you advice, and a lot of people will tell you, like, look, this is what you should change about your life, or you should change this, or change that, or don't do that anymore. But you're the only person that can write that letter. You know what I mean? Because if that letter comes from anybody else, it's not going to get taken into your spirit as much. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, you know what I mean, this year I'm going to be a better me. That's a letter to myself, forever me. You know what I mean? So it's an eternal letter. You know what I mean? It's a letter that's going to last forever. And if it lasts forever, it means it's a habit that I'm going to stick to. You know what I mean? So that's the meaning of that line. You know?
Positive energy when I pick up a magazine, because that's the only time I'm looking at an enemy.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big fan of the Enemy publication. I remember on my last album, I got a really bad review. You know what I mean? And for a moment, like, I think the guy that wrote the review, his name was Gavin Haynes or something like that. He wrote a really bad review. Like, I mean, like, you got an exclusive here. Probably getting these lot into trouble. You know what I mean? But he wrote the review, and it was, it wasn't a good review. I didn't like it in terms of, he said something about, because I made a record that was like a dedication to people that had passed away, and he had phrased that as, he said something about, you know, and a dedication to his dead homies. You know what I mean? Which I thought was really horrible. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, he stereotyped me, he pinpointed me, and it was like some gangbanger who had lost loads of friends, and some of these people didn't pass away through the arm of the streets or anything like that. So I was pretty peed off about that scenario. But I remember coming to a point where I was like, you know what, I remember thinking about it, and I'm a fan of the, like I say, I'm a fan of the Enemy. Like, I read the Enemy, and I remember finding the guy on Twitter. You know what I mean? And just to let go of the situation. And I just tweeted him. Literally, I tweeted him, I forgive you. That's all I tweeted. You know what I mean? I forgive you. And he tweeted back, and he was like, Sway, like, I'm really, like, I know, he knew exactly what I was talking about, which probably meant it was something that was weighing on his mind, like, why did I do that? And he was like, I'm really sorry, I was in a weird place at the time. Or he said something like that, and I was just kind of like, don't worry about it. So that was over. That grudge with that particular, not the publication, that grudge with that particular journalist was over because he just had an opinion. It got put out there, and that was it. It doesn't mean nothing at the end of the day. They're not dead homies, you know. They're people, they were loved ones that passed away. It happened. You know what I mean? But for me to hold on to that and to be angry at this guy that I didn't even know, it was worthless. It was wasted energy for me. So that was one of the lines, you know what I mean? So it's like, that whole analogy of anger and the whole dead homies analogy was, what was the line again? Positive energy when I pick up a magazine, because that's the only time I'm looking at an enemy. So a magazine is what the bullets go into of a gun. You know what I mean? Like, you put the bullets in, and then, so I'm saying the only kind of magazine I will be picking up is an actual publication. And it's not, if I pick up a publication which happens to be an enemy, I'll still feel positive about the situation because I let that scenario go. Like, you lot were the only people that really get the breakdown, unless you're around me, of this lyric. But each line in charge means something significant to my story, and that's the one. So it's a positive thing, it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Amazing explanation.
Thanks. I just made it up now.